Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day. Today I wanted to make a video about how I manifested clear skin as an example to demonstrate what mental diet, inner conversations, and making peace with the current reality look like in practice. So I had a subscriber's question here. She left a comment. She says, "Thank you for your videos. I would like to request a video on manifesting clear, smooth, even toned skin. I am unable to shift into the version of myself that would have this perfectly clear skin because I see the opposite in the physical reality and happened for decades." Thank you so much for your comment. This is what we're going to answer today. Before I dive in, please like this video if you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, and do leave a comment because I would love to hear from you. All right, so let's have a look at this. For a number of years, I had a skin condition where my face felt like sandpaper when I touched it, and I would get these breakouts around my jaw, and I felt very depressed about the topic, and it was very unpleasant. I didn't like it, and of course I tried everything to shift it, to change it. And this was before I really knew about Neville or even understood his teachings. So, I tried like 20 different treatments, all of these different topicals, all of these things. Like I had like a red light thing where you're supposed to like put this red light on and then it would like clear your skin. Didn't work. Nothing worked. Nothing. And so at some point I was like, oh, let's just manifest this. Let's just manifest it because why not? Like, let's give it a shot. And I made this imaginal act where I am standing in front of the mirror and in the bathroom, and I'm looking at myself in this mirror, and I am touching my face in disbelief because it is so smooth and clear. And I'm saying out loud in this imaginal act, oh my God, 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 I have clear skin. Oh my God, I'm freaking out about this. So that was my scene. And I just want to say this because I know some people are, or it can be a little bit confusing when Neville says, feel it real. By that, he means a mood. You don't have to exactly see, the color of whatever the room that you're in. It doesn't matter. What matters is getting the mood right. And the mood in my scene was, oh my God, it's done. I have it. I have this result. This is amazing. I'm so happy. This is the mood. And at that point in my life, I could not remember. I couldn't remember what clear skin felt like. I had no idea because every single time I touched my face, it felt like sandpaper. So in this imaginal act, I was touching my face, but I had trouble imagining what this actually felt like. And I think I might have touched the skin on my arm, which is really soft, to kind of evoke a vague idea of what my face might feel like. So I didn't get this imaginal act perfect, but I got the mood down, and this is the important thing. So you want to hit the mood of, oh, it's done. Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm so relieved. Whatever fits your desire. Then the second thing, and this is the subscriber's question, how do you deal with the 3D and how do you shift into that version of you that has what you want? So after I made this imaginal act, I started working on my self-concept, and I would say things like, I am so beautiful. Oh my God, I'm absolutely stunning. I'm so desirable. I'm so worthy. I'm so wanted, right? So the clear skin, by not having this clear skin, I felt unworthy. I felt unattractive. I felt like I wasn't myself. I felt like people couldn't see me for who I thought I really was. I felt unclean. Like all of these things came up. And I started affirming the opposite, right? I started affirming the self concept of the version of me that has the clear skin. So I affirmed, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I'm so desirable, I'm so attractive. And I would go into a meditative state where I put on theta waves. If you like music, I highly recommend it. You can just meditate, but I would go into this meditative state, what Neville called state akin to sleep, and it's just a very relaxed state. But in the state, I was very focused. I was very determined about the things I was putting into my mind. And I would affirm, I'm beautiful, I'm stunning, I'm this and that, until I really felt it, until I accepted that this is who I am. Yes, I am beautiful. Yes, I am stunning, blah, 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 blah. And, I wouldn't like religiously practice this every single day. But once in a while, maybe once a week or so, I would do this practice where I would affirm, I'm beautiful, I'm stunning, I have this amazing skin, and I feel so attractive, I feel so wanted, I feel so, I feel like I'm it, like I feel like I have it all. Like all of these things came up that I wanted, so I put them into the self-concept. And at this time, I was experimenting a lot with self-concept. Everyone is you pushed out. And the more you practice this, the more you experiment with it, the more you will prove to yourself that you are the operant power. You are the operant power. You decide your worth. You decide who you are. Regardless of any 3D circumstance, it doesn't freaking matter. What happened was, I would affirm I'm beautiful, I'm stunning, and then literal strangers I had never met before, people I'd never would come up to me and they said stuff like, the first thing out of their mouth literally is, oh my God, you are beautiful. And then they just walk away and I'd be like, okay, all right, okay, interesting. Because that was what I was affirming and deeply feeling is true. And I had people tell me, wow, you are stunning. Oh my God, your skin. Can I touch your skin? It's so beautiful. You're glowing. When I was experimenting with this, I was like, oh my God, that's insane, because objectively, looking in the mirror, my skin looks or feels like sandpaper. But all of these people, they started reflecting what I was affirming about me. So that experience proved to me that circumstances there's no meaning in them. And all of these, and I really want you to understand this, anything that feels bad to you, any idea that feels bad, that makes you feel less than, is a lie. All this programming that we have received from day one about what we should look like, who we should be, what is acceptable, what is beautiful, what is desirable, what is worthy, these are all lies. These are all made up stories that we have been programmed with. And our job is to uproot these things and run a new program, right? We want to override that stuff with a new program because there's no intrinsic truth to these ideas. They're just ideas, and these come from industries that want to make money. These come from historical context, whatever. But we must discard any idea that is not noble. We must discard any idea about ourselves that is unlovely. All that stuff has to go. Why? Because the version of you that has what you want doesn't have these thoughts. They don't have this problem. The problem in their reality has been solved. So they're not even thinking anything about it. They're just like, okay, yeah, cool, that's who I am, right? So it's not even a conscious thing. They just know this is who they are. So when you are struggling with, oh my God, the 3D shows me this, that is and you let yourself get derailed by this, I first of all want you to know that that is completely normal. We don't have to like our current reality. We don't have to be sitting there and be like, oh my God, yay, I have this problem, and yes, I love it. All you have to understand is this 3D gets you so frustrated or unhappy because of the meaning that we attach to it. And this meaning comes from our self-concept, right? So if you are in the self-concept where you're buying into the story of, if you don't have clear skin, then you are unworthy. If you're buying into that story, then the fact that you don't have clear skin will make you feel bad, because then you're thinking, I'm unworthy, right? So it always comes back to the self-concept. So in order to stop resisting the 3D, you want to make peace with it via your self-concept. You want to start affirming, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, regardless of what I look like. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because you're beautiful, you're absolutely amazing, and people don't care about your skin at the end. No one cares. At the end of the day, they don't care about what you look like. They care about your energy. They care about your vibe. They want to be around people that are fun. They care about you. You want to find evidence, any kind of evidence that helps you, or any kind of sentence that helps you to stop seeing the 3D as a problem. Because when you're in problem mode, your mind starts spinning, it starts spiraling, it goes into, we have a problem, we have to solve it. We gotta buy 20 different face creams and see if any of them work, right? So we want to make peace with the current reality. So we stop resisting it. What you resist persists. You stop resisting the current reality by working on your self-concept, because if you see that all of these things you have been taught are lies, and your skin doesn't define who you are, it doesn't say anything about your worth. It doesn't. You can just test it. Start affirming that you are the most beautiful woman on the planet, and then watch what happens, because you will see evidence of it. People will reflect it back to you, and then you will realize, oh my God, it's true. Like, I'm the operant power. All of this really is completely arbitrary. I decide who I am, and I decide who people think I am. I was doing self-concept work, and I was also looking for evidence that proved a different story. So I found this fashion designer, I don't even remember who it was, but some fashion designer had runway models, men, women, with acne on the runway. It was a fashion statement. And I thought, oh my God, if there's like literal runway models, which society thinks is like the top standard, which is a lie, obviously. But if society thinks that this is the standard, then I am the standard, right? So I found any kind of evidence that supported my story that this was actually not a problem. My problem was not a problem. My problem was that I thought, I'm not worthy, I am not deserving, I'm undeserving. Did I just say this? I am unattractive. That is the problem. The problem is the story you're telling yourself about the circumstances. The circumstances have no power. You are giving them power. This is already a long video, but I also want you to understand that I'm talking about self-concept so much because it's so important. What you really want is be the person that you think you are. Internally, you want to feel like this person that you think you are. And when we say stuff like we need this clear skin to feel that way about us, then we need the manifestation. Then it means that we don't have it, right? So we're in a state of chasing it, seeking it, and consequently it can't come. That's why it's so important that we start working on our self-concept and start disproving this story that we have been telling ourselves. We start telling a new story, and the more we tell it, the less the 3D will bother us. Then the imaginal act can come through because there's no opposing story, there's no other directions going into the subconscious. So I did the imaginal act, and I practiced feeling like the person I would feel if I had this result. And she says here, the subscriber says, I'm unable to shift into the version of myself that has this clear skin because I see the opposite. It's just, it's about practicing. you have to practice this. If someone wants to learn how to do a trick on a skateboard, or even to like do you ride on a skateboard? Stand on a skateboard, skate on a skateboard. If someone wants to do like skateboarding, they will probably not be able to do it the first time they try it, or even the first month. This is where persistence comes in. You want to persist in the new story, in the new self concept, in the imaginal act, in the goal, in the and having the desire. You want to redirect your focus every day to having what you want. And you want to declare, this is what I have chosen. I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm not taking no for an answer because I deserve to have clear skin. I freaking deserve it. And there has got to be a way. I know there's a way. I know my subconscious, is all knowing. It knows everything. So there has got to be a way that this can be orchestrated. And that's what I did. That's what I said. I said, you know what? I'm not taking no for an answer. And so eventually I was led on a path where I had this idea all of a sudden that I wanted to try this medication I had been very opposed to in the past. And suddenly I said, I wanted to try this. And, but there was a lot of, the story I was telling was it's going to be very difficult to get it because they would have to prescribe it off label and they're probably not going to do that. And I haven't read any stories where people were given this very easily, only under like special circumstances and so on. And what was happening was I was having these inner conversations where I was arguing with these imagined dermatologists that I didn't even know, had never met, and I was arguing with them in my head all day. I was telling them that they were ruining my life with their with being so uncooperative, and I was telling them stuff like, you don't know what it feels like. You don't have to walk around with the skin. You have no idea what I'm feeling like, and you don't want to give me what I want, blah, blah, blah. So I was telling myself this rejection story where I had not gotten what I wanted. And I would let those conversations play out. I would just, let them play out, and then I would say, stop it. Like, we can't do this. You can't argue with these people. Stop it. Like, you can't argue with them because they are on your side. Right? So I would tell myself a new story. I would give them a new script, which was they are on my side. Right? They're going to give me what I want. And I made the story that they are so eager and happy to give me this medication that I wanted to try and to solve my problem, that they would think it's their idea. And I had these conversations all the time. Several times a week, I would argue with these people in my mind, and I would then just redirect the focus to, no, we stop it. We can't argue with them because they're on your side. They are on your side, and I would very determinedly say, I would make a decision. I would decide, no, they're going to give this to me and it's going to be their idea. And this is important because when you make a decision, your focus is heightened. There's more power to it. You are giving your mind a direction. You're saying it's going to be this, 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 and this. And I've chosen it. I've decided it. I've decided this is it. This is mine. And I'm deciding now I deserve clear skin, period. And these people they're gonna do it. They're gonna give me what I want. They're gonna have a solution, and this is it, period, done. And then simultaneously I would do the imaginal act. I would, when I passed a mirror, I would just imagine, oh my God, I have clear skin. Wow. I got it now. Woo. And I would do the self-concept work, not even very consistently, but I was practicing it. I was experimenting with it. And I was no longer, and I had found ways to accept the current reality. And this is where all the power lies. Accept your current reality via, self-concept work and or finding evidence that actually tells a different story about it, that tells you, no, this is perfectly fine. You are completely whole, worthy, wanted, desired, no matter what your circumstances are. What ended up happening was I went to this appointment and this doctor wanted to give me a medication I had already tried, and she wanted to put me on a much higher dose, and it was not what I wanted. And I was like, no. And she was writing me this prescription, and I said in my mind, this is not what I saw. This is not this is not what I imagined. And so I interfered and I said, what about this other medication? I have heard that it can be used for this condition. And suddenly this doctor who was already writing me this prescription, she like looks up and she says, yeah, actually this is the other thing I was going to mention to you. And she obviously, like, no, she was already writing me a prescription, so where was this thought coming from? Just insane. She said, oh, this was actually the other thing I was going to mention to you. Yeah, if you want to try this, I would be very happy for you to try it. So she thought it was her idea, and they gave me this medication, and there's a bit more to the story, but it doesn't even matter. And I ended up getting it. And I kept affirming, this is going to work, this is going to work. My result will be stunning. I will have the exact result I want. And it worked. And I have clear skin. And it's amazing. And I'm like, oh my God, wow. And the exact scene that I made, the exact imaginal act played out, where I'm standing like 2 weeks into this treatment. I'm like standing in my bathroom, looking in the mirror, and I'm touching my face, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, it's clear, oh my God. And it was so amazing. It was so amazing. So I hope this was helpful, guys. If you've got any questions, leave them down below. And I wish you a wonderful day. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.